Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Friday Night Delight. That's right, I didn't have the microphones muted today. It's
Yeah,
the champion, joined by my good friend Kendrade Okada. What is going on, Kenny? How you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous considering the fact that today is Friday and my ass ain't got to go to work for the next 2 days.
Ooh,
So I am feeling fabulous
I bet you are. Yeah, you
because
bust
I
ass
am,
anyway at work, so you deserve that day.
bro. I feel like every day at work is the elimination chamber. Okay. At some point at work, I am literally giving somebody either an F5, goddamn power bomb, something. Mind you, I work with animals, literally animals.
And he's that suplexing animals, folks. Let's make that
Right. That's the. I wish it was that simple. What's good,
uh
cookies?
folks. We're going to talk about SmackDown today, but unfortunately, we have some rough news to discuss. Uh, it looks like Seth Rollins is actually injured. They were hoping for something minor. Apparently, when he went backstage on Monday, he said he didn't think it was an ACL tear because he knows what that feels like. That's what happened when he tried to powerbomb Kane that one time.
Yeah,
Um,
when his knee decided to turn into jello.
yeah, unfortunately, he's right. It wasn't an ACL tear. It's an
It
MCL
was the
tear and a meniscus tear. Yeah,
yeah.
it's a rough one.
So basically, folks, for those of us at home without a medical degree, Seth almost ain't got no kneecap. That's the best way to put it. Like his kneecap is not like our kneecap does this. Seth kneecap is doing this right now. He's lucky it's not doing this. But
could
right now his kneecap is doing this.
have been a little worse. Yeah, but
Right.
yeah. So as of right now, it is not known if he'll require surgery because MCL tears in general. It depends on how bad it is. If it's grade one, he might not need surgery. But that's a real bad risk, especially in the kind of sport he's in. One
I was
bad fall, one bad landing, like he just had on Monday, and it's gone. Um,
listen, my mom had a grade 1 meniscus tear and they gave her surgery. And my mother works for the city and she sits behind a desk all day. And if they gave her the surgery, I don't see why Seth shouldn't have surgery to fix that.
yeah, there are options. If it's a minimal damage, um, he can have a surgery that he'll be like able to recover from within like 10 weeks. Uh, but with Seth's history of injuries, and I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up seeing him vacate on Monday, but we don't know yet. And as far as Monday goes, all we know about Raw is that Seth is gonna show up to
Discuss his
give us an
health.
announcement. Yeah, he's gonna let us know what's happening. We know that, and then a few matches, but that's gonna be the main thing. I'm assuming he's gonna open the show, and then we'll just go from there.
I
I
never understood why
mean,
I never I never understood why athletes tend to put off surgeries. I understand, like, you don't want to miss your job because a lot of these guys, of course, when you're an athlete, you get paid by how many times you're on the field, on the court, wherever it may be, of course, you know. But
what's going
my
on,
thing
Matt?
is, what's going on, Matt A? My thing is with athletes,
What's up, y'all?
the why not sometimes just get the surgery to get it over with so that way you don't have to worry about it and coping and managing the pain until it gets too much. And then when it gets too much, the surgery then could be something so serious where you can't go back to what you want to do. Where if you fix the issue right then and there, you can do your rehab, pull yourself. That's the one thing I can say about my boy John Cena. Something happened to Cena, his ass was in surgery the next day. He played no games, which is why he came back from a ripped bicep in like less than 3 months. And people were like, what the hell is that about?
Because he's superhuman, baby. I don't know. I know with this, the plan, I think from what I've seen, I can't remember who put this out, and I don't want to just give it to anybody and mess names up. So I'm just gonna say I've seen the reports that Seth versus Punk is the match for Mania for night 1, supposedly. Disagree. It's if that's the case and they don't want to like mess up this moment, that's how wrestlers always are, like you said, athletes in general. Then he's probably just gonna not wrestle until Mania and just give it rest. And he might have like a minor operation to kind of hold it together. But like you said, like the best option is if he needs to have surgery, just get it done and just pivot to something else.
Right, like if you get it
maybe
done
Punk
now,
and Drew.
It wouldn't shock me.
Go ahead.
No, it wouldn't shock me if he ends up like they're saying he's going to talk on Monday. It wouldn't shock me if he ends up, if some way somehow they're going to bandage this dude up, see if he put some Vicks on it, like Tito's saying, wrap it in duct tape,
right,
and get him to WrestleMania so he can die. Literally, he ain't gonna die literally, but his Seth Rollins character can get some type of closure since WrestleMania is the end. He can go away after WrestleMania. He can be sent away at WrestleMania.
come back to SummerSlam.
Yeah, something.
Or just the MCL tear and it was minor, he could probably be back in 4 weeks. Just naturally. But
then that way he just do a bunch of promos and look pretty.
But now I don't know, man. I've had this injury as well, and I know. Again, that was 10 years ago. Medical stuff has improved quite a lot in 10 years. So, yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I brought that up a bunch of times.
Hopefully, they can make it work, and he can be back by Mania. But we might have to just deal with the fact that, unfortunately, this first world title run is going to have to end prematurely.
Right.
Isn't it ironic how Seth ended someone's inaugural world title run with Finn, and now wasn't it in the match? Wasn't it in it's funny how he messed up Finn's inaugural run, and now his inaugural run is being messed up.
Both of his
I would say both of his first runs have been messed up because of his knee. His knee has jacked up. Mm-hmm. He tore his knee against Kane at the house show, the first title run, and then that led us to get that weird ass match with him versus Triple H eventually. And then now his knee is jacked up again, and I mean, sure. I mean, be glad you have the network. You can watch the Seth Rollins before the first knee injury when he was still doing all the flippy jump, because he's slowly but surely breaking down. He's gonna be the first member of the Shield to retire.
Probably. Well, I don't know. Well, it depends when Roman wants to quit. Honestly,
he's never going on vacation. He just went to rehab.
It's it's unfortunate. It really sucks. I don't know what they can do aside from either have Priest cash in on Monday, or the Rumble is now for the World Heavyweight Championship, or maybe the Chambers for the championship.
The good part about it is, though, that they have plenty of prime time players that they can put that belt on. They're not lacking for talent in ring and promo wise at that top level scene that they have right now. So of course, we wish Seth well, make sure he gets healthy and stuff like that, but he's going to be missed because of who he is, Seth Rollins. But the show can definitely go on. You have people that can definitely step up. There's a good line of people.
If they had just hot potato this belt like they had said they were going to, we wouldn't even be in this situation because Seth would have already lost it. And we'd probably be
exactly. Ding, ding, ding. Matt hit the nail on the head, folks.
We're almost a year into this title, and we're still on our first champion. And our first champion has literally fallen apart.
And he's had a ton of matches, and they've all been at least 15, 20-minute, attempts at bangers. All kinds of, that's
even had a few that said he was broken, and Nakamura said your back is jacked up, and still won.
he is working already with issues. So yeah, it's rough. I know people want. I don't think anybody here does. I know that there are people that want Punk and Seth, and it's unfortunate for them that we're not going to get that at Mania. But if it's bad enough, I would rather him just get the surgery now. We pivot
over it
to heal properly.
Because you don't get the surgery, you push this guy, something happens, and now it's 5 times worse than what it was supposed to be.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, well, fingers, toes crossed that that Seth doesn't need to have it, but it feels like it's probably what's going to happen. Kenny, another person that had a strange surgery story is R-Truth. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. R-Truth told Peter Rosenberg that when he tore his quad, he wound up developing like a hole in his knee, which in turn developed into like a deadly bacteria, like a deadly staph version of bacteria. Underwent 3 surgeries. During the process of those surgeries, doctors told him, if these surgeries don't work, we gonna have to keep that leg, homie. Thankfully, folks, guess what? Surgeries work. Now we have R-Truth part of the Judgment Day, top selling merch. But see what I mean about these knee injuries, and just get it over with.
That would have been
prolong it.
Can you imagine just not having Truth around?
No,
like it's just done.
Don't you wish that evil, Ricky Bobby?
I would never, but like he has like breathed fresh air into the Judgment Day.
He really has, because they had literally ran their course. Like there's nothing more they can do. They've had all the belts. Dom is lost. They had JD. No one cares about JD.
And now people care about JD because Truth is roasting his ass every week.
Right.
The fact that Truth tells him every week that he's not a part of Judgment Day is hilarious. Like, and the fact that Damian Priest is starting to buy into it is making it even better.
He's in the interest more than JD is. He got his little stuff added in way before JD got added in.
Added in the damn 3D effects, the CG graphics.
Right.
And then Priest or Balor and Dom and like a web exclusive were like checking out the money, like, oh my, Truth gave us like thousands of dollars in cash. Maybe it's not so bad. So like the whole team is now like
he's getting behind his ass.
He is basically the 2024 version of Sammy Uso. He's this year's Sammy. we love Sammy with the bloodline, and now we got R-Truth with Judgment Day.
You're absolutely right.
I don't think that was exactly. I think she had an ankle injury, but yeah, that did happen where she had to vacate just to come back. And
Yeah,
win
but
it
her
anyway.
injury, I don't think was. Yeah, I don't think her injury was like a tear or anything. I think it was like a bad, like
Her thing was they were she was gonna miss a month, and they said, "Well, you can't have to defend your belt every 30 days," which is bullshit.
Right, that's what I was going to say. You beat me to it. It was dumb about all that because they made her vacate it just for her to win it at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
like she could have just went into WrestleMania as champion and defended it and won instead of winning it back.
Yeah,
like I hope they don't try to do something like that with Seth.
No, I think with Seth it's either he's going to have to vacate or Priest is finally cashing that shit in.
I would love if Priest cashed it in.
I mean,
in the middle of his little speech.
Yeah.
Just run in.
I mean, I'll take a Priest cash in fantasy points, and I'm just ready to get this over with. Either at this point, it's either piss in the pot or don't do it at all. Like either y'all gonna do it or not. Either you, because when you win Money in the Bank, it makes it you got the rocket strapped to you. They see you as a future world champion. And then the longer and longer that you hold it, the more I side-eye that person. Like, okay, do they not feel like you're the person? When are they going to give you the belt? And it's just been dragging with Priest. Now, Seth has literally gotten hurt. If he can't cash in now, he's never going to win. That's all I can think of at this point. If he's not going to successfully cash in on an actual hurt Seth Rollins, he ain't winning at all. He ain't winning at all then.
Yeah, and let's just go and get it done. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, again, maybe it's not needed and he can make the match, but I it's a lot to have to work around, and I don't know if it's worth the risk.
What if all these reports are wrong? What if all these reports are wrong and all it is just a regular old twisted knee?
You know, the last time this thing happened, and someone was like, "Oh, the dirt sheets got it wrong, brother." That was Macho Man messing his elbow up, and he ended up working hurt because they wanted to prove the sheets wrong. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. I mean, it could be, but Sean Ross Sapp usually doesn't post that shit unless he's pretty sure.
Yeah, the only time we got super wrong, Mongo will remember this when Charlotte got hurt. They're like, "Yep, she's done." I was like, "Hey, Mongo, I'll trade you for Charlotte." He's like, "Oh yeah, she ain't coming back," and then she came back like 3 months later.
Yeah,
Mongo was like, "What the hell?" Like they said she was going to be gone for the whole rest of the season.
Yeah, and now she's out for the rest of the season. So,
yeah, now see, it came back.
Bit us in the ass. Before we get into SmackDown, let's real quick. I talked about this yesterday. Okada leaving New Japan, right? Supposedly, he has always wanted to work WrestleMania.
Yeah, and Trips knows that.
Yeah. So maybe him going to WWE is not as crazy as I originally thought it was. I thought it was a sure thing he was going to AEW.
I saw somebody else mention something online where they highlighted a phrase that Nakamura said during his last promo, and he said, "I will bring chaos."
Okay. Yeah. That's
interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, Nakamura and Okada were part of chaos.
The group, in New Japan. Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know, maybe. I think his last day is the 31st of January. So I don't think he would be I don't know if he would
No,
have
he
a
has
Rumble
one more
appearance.
match. He has one more appearance. His farewell match is going to be on February 11th.
Okay, so yeah, so he's not
Okay.
going to make the Rumble then, essentially. But he could still show up and surprise people with something a little wild. God, if WWE is able to pick up Okada and Julia, when usually people think these are people that would be perfect for AEW, that would be pretty massive for Triple H.
Right.
I know
Listen,
people
it
want him to go
appears
to TNA, but that TNA shit is not happening. They do not have that
right,
kind of money. He's
and it,
literally leaving partly because they were not paying him enough.
That's all. Like when you put that in the chat that he was leaving, I didn't even think about anything like, oh, he probably like underpaid or something. I said, oh, he coming over here to get paid because he know America loves them some Okada. He coming over here to get that last big payday and not wrestle as much. Either he about to be Coda or he about to be Nakamura. One of those.
I was listening to
I,
Bus
I
Open
don't know
thing
if
and they
it'll
asked
open
Keith
up a
they talked
PLE in
about
the Tokyo Dome. The Tokyo Dome is like
that's New
sacred.
Japan. Yeah,
That's sacred.
I
I don't know if yeah.
that would depend on how much of a grasp uh, New Japan has in that area. I don't I would not I don't think so.
Yeah, because I don't
That'll
think
be
they've
I
like
don't
had
think
an event in the Tokyo Dome since like the early to mid '90s or even in the '80s, if ever. So, I mean, it all depends on the relationship. I would assume that Okada is leaving New Japan on good terms, and it maybe him and Nakamura and whoever else can talk to the folks over there. They can talk to Muta and they can talk to Tanahashi and everybody else. Maybe they could get some type of PLE, but I would say that probably wouldn't be happening until 2028, probably.
I mean they're currently working on a deal with I believe they're trying to work some stuff out with All Japan.
Oh yeah, because they sent a Regal son over there.
Yeah, they're trying to make that like a more consistent deal.
Yeah, because they heard about NXT Japan. They said nope, 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 nope. Nah.
Yeah, I don't think Tokyo Dome, but I could be wrong. I don't think he's definitely not going to TNA. He showed up at TNA for a show. That's about it. Definitely going to be AEW, WWE. I'm still leaning heavy on
so,
AEW, but I've been wrong on this stuff before. I'm not the ultimate
supposedly
insider. I don't know
AEW
all that
has
shit.
supposedly AEW has already offered him a very lucrative contract, and it's
I
just
bet
sitting.
they have. I bet Jinder must be stopped. Don't blame Jinder, Richie. This is not Jinder's fault. Jinder would never do that on purpose.
We don't hinder the gender over here.
Jinder would never. Jinder would never try to ruin DX's run in fantasy, no matter how much money I pay him.
That
uh, sorry, what we're talking about again?
Gender threw us off. Damn it, we was hindering gender.
we talking about Okada, Tokyo
right.
Dome.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not like he had a couple of he did that one. Okay, I forgive you, TNA, for making me Kato. I forgive
Right.
you. I'll do this match.
But
But
he's not staying
all right, and AEW, I find it surprising that their contract is still on the table, considering the fact that we all know that they probably threw every dollar in the world at him.
TK probably threw a blank check at him. Just like write your price down. Just going to write your price down. But if it's him wanting to work WrestleMania, then that's just something that TK cannot give him.
Ever
Right.
even.
Like he can never give him that. If that's what he wants, then WWE just kind of wins that outright. But there are big stars that are still available that have not been signed down yet that TK can just throw as much money as he possibly can at, because right now he works with more house money than
Yeah.
WWE does as a whole. You know, he's just loaded.
He's just rich. Triple H has bosses.
Yeah. So if it's just a money issue, I think it always goes to AEW. It really just depends. Because we have that, Julia, Mercedes is still out there. We still don't know where she's going to go. Reports are always saying AEW, but if there's no deal signed yet, so who knows? Who knows?
I think she goes to AEW, but she doesn't go to AEW until Bailey's contract is over, so Bailey can come with her.
The Boston Hug connection. Let's talk about SmackDown.
Contract signing.
Yeah, we got a contract signing. Before that, Tyler Bate and Butch versus Pretty Deadly. I'm hoping this week we're just going to start calling him Pete Dunne again.
I really do. I hope he comes out to his old music. I hope I see that fucking shaggy raccoon vest that his ass wore.
We'll probably get all of those except music.
That shit was...
hear that. Dun, 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 dun.
Exactly.
We'll get the opening and then some bull crap. That's what we're gonna get.
Of it. Yeah,
right.
DS.
You know what I mean?
Like DIY got. Yeah.
But that vest was 500% possum ass.
Absolutely.
That vest was made of possum ass. Like it had it.
Yeah. You know, Peter tried to throw blood on them once, but they just knew it was a bad idea. So they helped.
Yeah.
We're also going to have the LWO.
Have their kneecap tattoo is scary.
Did you know Bailey has a kneecap tattoo?
No.
That's scary.
That's terrifying. Yeah, that makes me like her even more.
That's a lot of pain.
It is. Like, there's some pictures she took like a kneecap and her ankle, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's some painful shit.
Right.
The LWO, consisting of Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, and Carlito take on Santos Escobar. And what is this tag? What was this tag team called before they got the weird American Wolves thing across their chest? Los Lotharios.
Yeah, Los Lotharios. Then they became the Scratch Men.
The Scratch Men.
The Scratch.
I mean, that's exactly what that is. That's the shit that Eddie Edwards and Dave Ricketts used to have on their.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. We have a 6-man tag there. That should be fun. The Unholy Union, is that what this team is called? Alba Fire and Isla Dawn challenging for the tag titles.
Oh, the Scary Hole.
Right.
I didn't know they
Scary
were called
Hoes versus the Little Hoes.
What was that? What was the name that Big Show and Taker used to have when they were the tag champs in the 90s? Was the Unholy something?
Yeah, the Unholy Union.
Was that what it was? Was that what it was?
I don't know.
I think that's what it was.
Unholy something.
I know they put their music together. I remember that much.
Yeah, I remember that bullshit.
It was not great.
It wasn't.
I don't see Chance and Carter losing these belts to them just because they haven't really done anything aside from showing up and saying, "There's a
Unholy Alliance.
There's a curse." You know, Unholy Alliance. Yeah, that's all they do. They just show up and go, "Oh, the belts are cursed. Oh, the belts are cursed." And that's all they do. So that Scott Hall gift is.
Yeah.
It should be a good match, but I don't see those titles changing hands tonight. Yeah, Unholy Alliance. The Kevin Owens show welcomes the U.S. champion Logan Paul. We're gonna get Owens and Logan at the Rumble, correct?
I believe so, unless they're fighting the night before the Rumble.
Yeah, no, looks like it's gonna be the Rumble. KO's gonna lose to Logan Paul. It's gonna be a shame, but
happen.
Logan Paul lives to ruin things that I love. That's just the fact of life I have to deal with. So,
he can always say he main evented night 1 of WrestleMania last year. with Sammy.
Yeah, I guess.
Here's the thing, if he was around more, we wouldn't have anything to say because he is good enough.
No, I would say everything I say about him still. I hate Logan Paul. He's a horrible
Oh
human
no,
being.
I'm talking about
He's a piece of shit.
no, I'm talking about him being a wrestler.
Oh, he's a surprisingly good wrestler. That doesn't change my opinion on him. Him or his fucking brother. We also have the Viper taking on the Bloodlines Enforcer, Randy Orton going to get Solo Sikoa in singles action. I'm gonna assume that ends in DQ.
I had no clue that Solo has not won a match since he destroyed John Cena.
Isn't that weird?
Really?
Why would you not capitalize on that more? You know?
He has not won a match since then. I hadn't noticed it until someone said it on Twitter. I was like, hold up. I had to kind of think about it. I was like, yo, he has lost. What was the point?
Tag matches and everything.
Right.
Like this man is just losing. Like, bro,
I'm gonna.
who you made mad?
Whoa. He has won 41% of his matches on the main roster. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's god awful. Let's see. Lost. That's correct. He's lost every match since he beat John Cena.
Sheesh.
Like,
And that
They
man,
have-
so the meaning tell me they let that damn fat, big-headed ass Samoan destroy my John Cena for nothing.
Your childhood hero, yeah, they killed him for no reason. For no reason.
I mean, at this point, like, if you think about it, the 2023 version of the Bloodline and all of them would destroy everything that has happened, like, since Crown Jewel, like, whoop all of their asses. Like, that Roman would destroy this current Roman. Because they've been just, like, they're just mid at this point. It's not like they've cooled them off. Like, they're not the hottest thing anymore.
Right, Reggie.
Like, them and Judgment Day have both been cooled off slightly. R-Truth has helped Bloodline, but Bloodline, it don't hit the same like it used to, because you got Jay over on Raw, and you got Jimmy over here on SmackDown with everybody else. And we already know what's going to happen between those two. You know they're going to eventually fight at WrestleMania. You got Yeet, no Yeet, red versus blue.
Yeah. Cookies.
Roman's always been big.
That's close to getting a ban from the chat for about a week. There, you might want to be careful what you say around here.
Yeah.
It's pro Roman territory.
We have watched that man go from suffering succotash to where he is now.
He's the GOAT. And
I'm a Shield fan, so Roman's always good in my book.
Yeah. Next up, we have the main. I guess this might be in the main event spot. A huge contract signing set for Reigns, Orton, Styles, and Knight. I don't think anyone's going to get put through a table. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I hope not. If it is, it's going to be Jimmy. If he out there.
Yeah. Good Lord. It's you would have thought that Jimmy and Solo would have had more wins heading into Mania.
Yeah.
Jay's the one that has, and he loses a lot of his shit too. Jay loses a lot.
He really does.
Yeah. That's because everybody's on the get back at Jay.
That's true. Like today PWI revealed that the Judgment Day won all these awards, like best group of 2023, most hated, woman of the year, stuff like that. And no awards for the Bloodline, and that's because the Bloodline have fallen off.
Yeah.
They have fallen off. Because you couldn't keep that momentum going forever. You couldn't keep the momentum going forever.
FTR got tag team of the year from PWI.
That's fair. I mean, FTR was always goated, forever goated. There might not be my favorite tag team anymore, but I definitely still think that's a fair team to give it to. I would have gone with good old Ace of Bay, but
Right.
that's my thing.
No.
Well, Chris Bay and Ace Austin. Yeah, that's about it. Roman's not losing this match at the Rumble. I'm assuming Knight takes the pin. Probably get The Rock in the Rumble somewhere to just really piss me off and make everybody else happy. I know that you know. I mean, are y'all okay
Cody's not going to finish his story.
They're just gonna give.
Are we
Cody
okay
the
with what?
World, with
Are we
The
okay with
Rock-
what?
with The Rock doing
Who?
this?
Who?
I asked.
Who
if
you
y'all- I
asking?
asked, is
Who
anybody
you
here?
asking?
Anybody here?
Who you look who you talking to?
I mean, The Rock can
When
go
have
ahead
I
and
ever
do it,
liked
but he gonna
old heads?
lose. I'm not
When
worried
have I
about The
ever liked
Rock.
old heads coming back besides R-Truth?
Like, I am not worried about
R-Truth is
Rock.
the only old head that's allowed.
Rock ain't about to do nothing against no Roman. Like he can fight Roman, but we know who's gonna win. So this is just another
I don't
footnote
want
for Roman's reign.
Nope.
That man he beat Goldberg. He beating all these old people. So yeah, go ahead and throw Rock on in there. Send him to the XFL.
I think with Seth being hurt and possibly being out, which we don't know yet, but possibly being out, it might end up being Cody and Punk at Mania.
Yeah.
And that might just be like, this is him finishing the story. You know, this counts, right? This counts.
So we gonna get an AEW match in WWE?
The match we never got in AEW.
To be fair, it was a WWE match that would have been in AEW that is now back in WWE.
To be fair, you are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another big match that people want to see, apparently. You know, nobody here, but
they want to see this Cody. I mean, I don't blame them because they want to see this current version of Cody, the American Nightmare, versus what I guess we can call this the greatest hits Punk. So they want to see this. Yeah,
let's see how it does. Let's see how it does in the Rumble. Let's see how it does in the Rumble before we call him that. Every promo since he's been back is just, I love everybody. Everybody loves me. I'll give you a hug. Some people don't want my hugs, but you know they're hug hating people. Like that's his promo every time.
Bailey. No wonder Bailey likes him.
And now that Seth's possibly injured through Mania, that whole big story is pretty much gone. So I guess we're doing Punk and Cody. And Cody doesn't actually finish the damn story that he started, but it's whatever. Anyway.
I know I just said that there's so many people that they can put the belt on, but those two weren't ones that I was thinking.
What'd you say?
Nor do I want. I said, I know I just said that, you know, they could put they'll be okay because if Seth gets injured, there's quite a few people they can put the belts on. Those two were ones that I didn't want, which is why I didn't have them in mind. I was thinking of the rest of the roster other than them.
Yeah. Cody because he should be going after Roman, and Punk because just no.
I'm going to be honest. I don't even want Cody going after Roman.
Really?
Per se. I need.
Yeah, I saw
somebody.
That, Reggie. I saw that graphic. He's beaten all of them since like 04 and since 04, and he can't beat 04 because that guy's dead.
We're not gonna have to mention that one. Yeah, that's a little different. Is that true?
What? That I'm not a fan of
what Reggie just said.
Because 05 is what Batista.
Yeah, 05 Batista.
He beat Batista. He's pretty sure he's beaten Batista.
Who won 2006?
Yeah, I can't remember what day of the week it is today.
Cena faced Triple H. Who fought?
Look at this freak.
Ray won in 06. That's right. Yeah,
he's definitely beating Ray.
He's whooped Ray's ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
He beat the shit out of Ray. That might be holy shit. That's a hell of a accomplishment. Holy shit. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back Monday, same-ish time. You know how we work here. You can follow us at facebook.com/UnderTheRingPod or twitch.tv/UnderTheRingPod. Follow us on either spot. When we go live, you will get the notification. So you don't
I was going to
miss our
mention that.
shows.
I timed it. By the time we press start stream to the time that notification pops up on my phone, it is exactly 26 seconds.
You'll know
so you will know exactly when we are on.
Exactly.
Okay?
Don't miss it. Be sure to follow us. You can also follow us at our links at linktree/UnderTheRingPod. That also includes our Twitter handles. I'm, of course, at Greg Bush SK. You can follow me. I'm back to writing articles, baby. I'm back in the workforce for surgery, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Also follow Kenny at RockRibs44. The teacher man, Mr. Mike Jones at Mr. Freshbeard. My forever rival, Trick Matty at The Right.
Yeah.
We got the street team captain at Boreal Maliente. And, of course, our good friend, local news correspondent, Justin the Baxley. Folks, have a wonderful weekend. We love you. Be safe. Stay warm. All that shit.
Stay hella warm, please.
Stay in the house.
Till next week.
Be all them.